Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Good to have you folks along. Appreciate it. Before I forget, want to let you know that the Prairie Pioneer Center will be closed today due to illness. So we wanted to get that out there right away so you can make other arrangements for your meals today and your activities for those of you who use that on a daily basis or once in a while. A little bit too much sickness there, so they're closed today at the Prairie Pioneer Center in Broken Bow, Nebraska. Well, welcome home after your vacation.
Okay. How about working vacation? How does that sound?
Yeah, that works. I know you enjoy visiting with the kids and watching them perform and all of that side of it, watching the fans enjoy it and the pageantry. And then there's the 4 days of keeping track of everything and getting it on the air. Sounded great. Enjoyed it. I listened to a lot of it. It was hard not to because there's so many area athletes who really delivered and really reached some of their goals. And that's a beautiful thing about track. If they even made it to state, that was probably one of their goals. And then they probably had some personal height or length or timing goals that they could reach even if they didn't even get a ribbon or a medal. So it's a wonderful event because everybody can go down there and say, hey, I made it to state and I did pretty good. I performed pretty well. And then there's the ones who were up there in the standings with some great performances that paid off. So I know you enjoyed it all.
Yeah, it was a great 4 days. Weather, for the most part, cooperated beautifully. I know we had the little hiccup on Wednesday when we had a couple of weather delays, but boy, that could have been so much worse than what it turned out to be. So thank goodness it wasn't worse. And then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday I went to state track several years, and that may be the nicest, most beautiful 3-day stretch of weather for state track that I've ever witnessed. And I know back in the day, it was just a 2-day event. But even those 2 days, I don't know if I can remember even 2 days that were as nice as it was last week in Omaha. So I felt you feel happy for the kids when the weather cooperates like that because, they have enough to worry about and enough to compete against without having to compete against Mother Nature. So, weather was great, I thought, for the most part. And it was a great 4 days. I know going into the last event on Saturday, I believe they announced there were over 40 a combination of over 40 state and state meet records that were set in those 4 days. So, some amazing performances for sure. And our area kids were just fantastic.
They were great. Actually heard yesterday at a reception in Omaha that we went to a graduation reception, and they thought the official count for records was 42. You said over 40, so that's amazing.
It was amazing. Yeah, Class B. My goodness, it just seemed like there was a record in every event. And again, it goes back to the weather. I think there was one or maybe two races where the wind, and I think this was Saturday, the wind had picked up just enough to where the time would have been a record, but the wind was too much. But for the most part, the wind wasn't too much, which allowed so many records to stand, which was very nice to see. And I think that the announcement was 42.
Yeah.
Now that you say that,
isn't that something?
So, it was pretty amazing.
And if the wind wouldn't have been blowing, maybe it would have been 44, or I guess you can look at it a couple different ways. But it was great, fun to listen to, and congratulations to all the kids and coaches and all the people who put the track meet together should be congratulated because they had to, I know, was it Saturday, they had to switch things around with the field events and due to the wind. And
Saturday morning early, the wind was out of the southwest, so they had arranged to do everything with the wind the way it was, and then about an hour later it shifted to the other direction. So, but yeah, like you said, the volunteer help and the help that they get to run the meet, it's so well run, and they deserve a lot of credit for that. One state record that was not broken, the Class B boys 200-meter dash record still will belong to the name of Kent McLuhan. I always keep a close eye on that one. So, man, 21.4 back in 61?
Yeah, 61. Well, that's when he set the 100-meter anyway, so I assume
yeah,
it was the same year.
Yeah, the school record. State record, I think, was 61.2, if I'm not mistaken. But 21 point, that was not broken. Mr. McLuhan's name will remain in the program when we get there next year. So that's kind of cool. I always look at that one a little close.
Yeah, we do, because we're broken, but
exactly.
we watch it because we're from Custer County, and of course Kent McLuhan. For those of you who are a little younger or didn't pay too much attention, I don't know how you couldn't back then, but Kent McLuhan was all-around athlete.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball player, fantastic baseball player, football player, of course, with that kind of speed, and went on to play for the Oakland Raiders on a professional league. And I think he was a defensive end maybe for the Oakland Raiders. And he grew up here in Broken Bow. His dad, Ralph, had a filling station, mobile station, where the new coffee shop is, formerly Prairie Cafe there. And he grew up right here in town. And I remember when I was a kid, he would come back to Broken Bow and visit his folks, and he'd hang around the filling station a little bit. And we had a feed store across the street. Actually, that, believe it or not, the Arrow Mini Mall was a feed store that my uncle and my dad had.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd see Kent McLuhan over there, and I'd slip over there and just kind of hang around. He was always real nice.
Yeah.
I never did say too much to him. He had little kids then when I was about that age. So, and I'm sure people out there have stories about how what a gentleman Kent McLuhan was and still is. He lives out in Colorado, right?
I think
so. It's fun to have that history. Yeah.
Back in the day, it used to be way, way more.
Yeah.
Because, well, I mean, back in the day, the only way listeners could get updates really was if there was someone who was there collecting them and then, giving the information out. Obviously, in today's technology, I mean, you can go right to the NSAA website, get live results, and watch everything that is happening as it happens. Mm-hmm. So, but as far as being there actually live, I think there were somewhere, give or take, somewhere around 6 radio stations, I believe, that were there for this year.
Well, I know it was tough for you to get away from your reporting point, but you did it, and you got some really great interviews. You had one of them on this morning.
Got a couple.
Yeah. They were fun to listen to, and you don't get that on your computer. So, and sometimes you were able to call something that took place right in front of you, which was pretty cool.
We did that a couple of times. I think, I remember one of Coy Wardine's pole vault attempts. We got to call that, I think it was when he cleared 14 feet. That was fun.
Yeah.
Getting to watch that. And I think we were live on the air when Justin Folkers won the high jump, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll be honest, the 4 days are kind of a blur for Brent. Can't really, but I think we were on the air and kind of called him winning the high jump, and I believe we were live on the air Saturday when Taryn Arbuthnot of SEM was competing in the high jump and ended up getting second. I think we kind of called that.
I heard that one.
As it was happening. So
she hooked her foot on the...
boy, she got up there. It was she was really close, I thought, anyway. Of course, we're quite a ways away, but from what I saw, she was pretty close to clearing it, I thought.
Yeah.
But just clipped the bar and ended up getting second. But tremendous effort, and I think maybe we were on the air for a sprint or two as well. So that's always fun when those moments time out right and occur.
Well, only reported there once myself, and the reports were not nearly as good as yours at all, but there were probably 3 to 5 reporters within 2 square foot back in that day. It was jam-packed.
Yes.
And you had to have a phone line.
Uh-huh.
Everybody had to have their own phone line, and so they had all those phone lines wired in there, and you sit in this little space, and it was a little bit crazy. They did provide some shade, as I remember, over the top of you, which was helpful, at least one of the year I went, but kind of chaotic and really confined. So, because there were all the stations were there then. So
Yeah, when I started, it was the bag phone. Everybody had a bag phone. Everybody had a bag phone, and then a little thing that came out of the bag phone, that you'd plug your microphone into.
Right.
And that's pretty much everybody had one of those. And like you said, it was shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
And you didn't have a lot of room to work. You have a little bit more room now because not nearly as many radio stations come live anymore. But yeah, it'll be very interesting next year. I believe that they are planning to do a lot of renovation and kind of give Burke Stadium a facelift going into next year. So it'll be interesting to see how Burke looks next year when we arrive at State Track. I think they're planning a lot of renovation and improvements.
Well, let's just hope with those improvements they do set aside some space for the reporters.
I do hope that. Yes.
They may think, well, we don't have very many. So
I was gonna, we've called plenty of games. I'm thinking football. Plenty of football games out in the stands, which is quite frankly a lot of fun. But I don't know about doing state track reports with no table or just sitting in the stands trying to do a track report. That could be a bit difficult.
That doesn't sound like a very doable deal.
Yeah, but I have a feeling that they will plan for that, hopefully.
Well, anyway, we'll wrap it up, but it sure was fun to listen to. We sure want to thank our sponsors, and Brent, thank you for spending 4 days in Omaha. How was your lodging? Was it okay?
Yeah, it was okay. Yeah.
Clean?
Yeah, it was.
And any noise around you that bothered you?
No, it was very nice. The air conditioner worked.
Oh, that's good.
And I was in a room where the heater didn't work.
That's right.
So I was very happy that the air conditioner worked. I was happy that I just made it back, to be honest with you. I don't know if it's my age or what's going on.
Your age?
But Saturday, I get to the track, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, where's my cell phone? And I'm like, I must have left it at the hotel.
Oh, no.
So I went back to the hotel, and, of course, you're a little nervous because I'm like, man, my phone's kind of really important for today.
Yeah.
And fortunately, I got back into the room, and it was laying right there.
Oh, man.
So I got that, went back, but, I think I told you earlier I forgot my deodorant, so I had to buy deodorant when I was there.
Was it that white stick?
Yeah. I went to a convenience store. I'm an Old Spice guy.
Yeah.
I know there's probably plenty.
You use the Old Spice stick?
I use Pure Sport.
Oh,
that's my.
Of course.
That's what I
should have known.
That's what I use for Old Spice. But so I go to a convenience store and I'm looking. I'll be honest. I got really nervous right away because all I saw was Secret at first, and I'm like, please, this cannot be my only option. And then I saw Speed Stick, but it was Speed Stick Light.
Light?
Yes. And yeah.
Speed Stick Light. I didn't know there was such a thing.
I didn't either. But it got me through. So that was good. But yeah, I forgot that. I think I told you the story about the key. I put the key to the car in my computer bag and forgot I put it in there, and I was freaking out because I couldn't find the key, and then finally remembered. I don't know, Dave. Some days I feel like I'm losing it.
Hey, well, let's just collaborate because I'm right in the same vote with you. And my wife, when we went to Omaha yesterday, goes, "Where's my eyeglass case?" Oh, I guess on the way home. I said, "I don't know. Did you leave it back at the house?" No, I'm sure I got I had my glasses on earlier, and this goes on, and yeah, you start losing things.
Oh man.
Especially when you travel, because
Yeah.
the bad part is if you leave it like you did, have
Yeah.
to go back to the hotel.
Well, and then what does it do? It just
Throws you off.
It throws you off because now you're afraid that you've forgotten everything. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I mean, you're like, well, boy, did I remember this?
Yeah.
Did I remember that? And
I hear you.
yeah.
It's not just your problem alone. Let's
Okay.
just put it that way.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Again, the Prairie Pioneer Center is closed today due to illness, so they'll not be serving their Monday menu. Have a couple of menus left on the school side. Gothenburg still having classes. They're having biscuits and gravy with scrambled eggs, cheeseburgers, fresh baked ham and cheese subs, made fresh pepperoni pizza, Uncrustable cheese and cracker platter today. Got a couple more days of school at Gothenburg. Ansley's beginning their summer lunch program, and that is featuring lasagna today.
All right.
Okay. Something I want you to think about.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
While you were gone,
Uh-huh.
Saturday planted the garden.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. And
good for you.
Got cucumbers on each end of the garden.
Okay.
And I was wondering if you'd be interested in being my partner
Oh.
with a pickle business.
Oh, my. Okay.
Could be Brent and Dave's Pickles.
Yeah. I'm not very good at, man, my grandma, she was really good at canning dill pickles.
Yeah, mine was too.
Oh, man. They were just
yeah.
fantastic. But I don't know, Dave. I just don't know much about pickling cucumbers, to be honest with you.
Well, maybe we could just sell I got a variety that's a small pickle.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
know.
those are good.
Well, it'd be a small cucumber, but
Yeah.
you could slice it up, put it on salads and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we could just sell the cucumbers pre-pickled.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I'd be happy to come over and help you pick them.
Oh, yeah, we could have a pickle stand.
Yeah, Brent and Dave's unpickled pickled cucumbers.
And if we could have a portable pickleball court, we could have
Hey.
pickleball and sell pickles.
Oh man,
Pickle project.
something
Something to think
I
about.
tell you, you are the idea man.
Yeah, it's all very productive, too.
Yeah.
Today is National Streaming Day. You remember when we didn't have Netflix
Yeah.
and it came in the mail? That's been
I do remember. Yes, yeah, right. Yeah, that's how our family first
Mm-hmm.
got involved in Netflix and signed up for it. Was, oh wow, we can order a DVD and have it come to us in the mail.
Yeah. Well, there's a story about that later on that they're coming back.
Are they really?
That's what they think, kind
Huh.
of like vinyl. Enjoy it for a day.
Yeah.
You know, my cousin, where we're going to acknowledge and celebrate Christie's 10-year anniversary, which was yesterday here at KCNI KBBN.
Really?
Yeah.
10? Wow.
Yep.
Okay. Well, congratulations, Christy.
That reminded me.
Still
because,
behind me as far as seniority, but
well, continued. I think she's been here 10 straight years.
okay.
Brent.
All right.
Your record's a little spotty.
It is a bit. I've come and went.
You've come home, though.
I have come home, and I think I'm home to stay. I hope.
Mary Pope Osborne is 75 today. If that doesn't ring a bell to some of you, she is a children's book writer, best known for award-winning Magic Treehouse series, which is very popular with young people, translated in more than 30 languages. She's 75 today, but Cher's 78. Doesn't look a day over 25 for some reason. Well, never mind.
I'll be honest, I don't know if I would have guessed quite that old. I think I would have guessed like lower 70s for Cher. It was 78.
78.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, if I could turn back time.
Yeah. Well, she has, with a little surgery, or a lot of surgery. But I don't know. We'll leave that up to you folks whether you think that's. I mean, look what Dolly Parton's done. I mean, she makes no bones about it. She says, "Hey, I wouldn't be on stage right now if I wouldn't have fixed myself up a little bit."
Yeah.
Did some overhauling, which they can do these days. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, right.
Let's play the game.
Okay, here we go. May is Mystery Month, and we've got one final question regarding that for you. We've been asking questions about U.S. crime and mystery TV shows from way back in the 50s and 60s. So here's your question for today. Connie Stevens played the part of Cricket Blake in which 1960s television detective series? I'm not familiar with this.
Who was it again?
Connie Stevens.
I remember Connie Stevens, yeah.
She played the part of Cricket Blake in which 60s TV detective series? Your choices are Perry Mason, Columbo, Bourbon Street Beat, or Hawaiian Eye. Connie Stevens played the part of Cricket Blake in which 60s TV detective series? Your choices are Perry Mason, Columbo, Bourbon Street Beat, or Hawaiian Eye. If you know the answer, call us at 872-2801.
The Breakfast Show.
Don't know what I do without them. They're awesome.
On KCNI KBBN.
Tired of unexpected car troubles putting a misfire in your day? Introducing C&M Auto in Anselmo. For routine maintenance to major repairs of gas and diesel cars or light and heavy-duty trucks, go with C&M Auto. They boast the latest diagnostics to diagnose and fix your vehicle's issues with quick response and a very competitive labor rate. Plus emergency 24-hour service rates outside their 9 to 5 Monday through Friday hours. Call 308-749-2277 for C&M Auto, located south of Chandler's Honey off Highway 2 in Anselmo. C&M Auto.
Headaches, ear-ringing, neck pain, dizziness, brain fog. Is your jaw pain to blame? Pearson Physical Therapy wants to be your partner in finding out. Tension and dysfunction in the jaw and surrounding muscles can lead to a number of symptoms that disrupt your daily life. It can be hard to know who to seek out for help. We invite you to come see us at Pearson Physical Therapy to learn how your jaw dysfunction can be managed so that you can get back to not having to deal with daily aggravation. Call us at 872-5800 or stop by on West Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Thank you, Andrew. Good morning, Mary. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, pretty good. What'd you do over the weekend? Did you get in any outdoor activity or sit on the porch?
Yes, I did all of the above. Did some yard work, and I sat on the porch.
Nice.
It was beautiful, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. It was perfect.
Yeah, it was perfect. That's right. Well, hopefully we can get you something to eat here. Here's Brent with your question.
Thank you.
Okay, Mary. Connie Stevens played the part of Cricket Blake in which 1960s TV detective series? Was it Perry Mason, Columbo, Bourbon Street Beat, or Hawaiian Eye?
Hawaiian Eye.
Yes, you got it.
What?
Now, so Mary, do you remember the show? Did you watch the show?
No. I'm not quite that old.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I did not.
I should have known. I'm like, oh boy, Brent, this
Here we
question's going
go.
to get you in trouble. Well, Mary, because you've called in and you did answer correctly, we've got for you a certificate that's going to get you a free personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut. So you come on out and see us when you can, and we'll have your certificate ready for you.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
you.
Mary. Have a good day.
Yep. You too. Thank you.
You bet. It's 7:57, and we're going to hold off on the grocery cart specials, give Brent a little more time just after the news to pass those along to you. We'll also be visiting with Gene Sneringer.
Oh, goody. All right, Gino. Can't wait to talk to him. I'm glad he's coming in. We got Boys State Golf, which starts tomorrow and then runs the next day. And so I think that'll be one of our topics of conversation. I know Gene knows some of those guys and probably has worked with some of those young guys who are going to be competing in Boys State Golf the next 2 days. So, glad he's coming in today.
Yeah, we'll talk with Gene with Sneringer Golf Shop, and we'll do that in the 9 o'clock hour, and we'll visit with Scotty Ross, Custer County Economic Development Corporation, here in the 8 o'clock hour coming up, and we'll have those grocery cart specials for you. Also, a few other things we're going to be telling you about along the way. So it's going to be a nice show, and looking forward to visiting with Scotty and Gino. That big DB voice there. Yeah, Bernie. Bernie, what's wrong with you? Well, it's come you can't golf. What's wrong? That kind of thing.
Hey, I wonder if he's got. Well, I know I've got mine in my car. Let's have a putting contest on the carpet. We'll get. Remember how we used to do it in the old days when you'd practice your putting? You just do it right on the carpet with a cup.
Oh yeah.
We'll go get a glass or something from the kitchen area, if we have a kitchen area. Anyway, from the cupboard, and we'll set it out here, and we'll see. Let's have a putting contest on the carpet between the three of us.
Okay. All right. We can do that. We can putt from the newsroom area out there into maybe right about there.
Oh, man. Yikes.
Right through the door.
Wow. Oh, through the door. Okay.
Almost be like mini
golf.
But something we might be able to handle. I don't know. So, yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we got to do that.
And I have to believe, knowing Gene, he probably has a putter in his car.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, probably brand new. Hadn't even used it yet.
Yeah, mine's in the garage somewhere.
I've got mine in my trunk.
It's from last year.
Yeah, I didn't ever unpack my clubs from the car.
News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report. 5 days of official mourning are underway in Iran, where two of the country's most influential political figures are confirmed dead in a helicopter crash. Hassan Ahmadian is a professor at the University of Tehran.
Generally, the country is in shock because no one, neither side, actually expected such a tragic end for the President Raisi and his foreign minister.
The Ayatollah Khamenei has appointed the first vice president to act as interim leader until elections are held within 50 days. Raisi was a protege of the Ayatollah and considered a possible successor. The BBC's Jeremy Bowen.
Back in the 80s, he effectively signed the death warrants for thousands of dissidents, mainly leftists. He's been involved in, as president since 2021, in massive crackdowns.
He also led Iran in enriching uranium. CBS News Special Report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Gonna feel a puff of air.
Jong's Optometry has set their sights on staffing up.
Try the next line. Hey, Kim, can you tell our 2 o'clock we're running 15 behind? Sorry, we're a bit backed up today.
He needs an optometric technician to keep an eye on it all.
Where are the dilation drops?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
The Sarpy County Sheriff's Office has confirmed the body of a teen boy that has been recovered from a lake near the Platte River. According to WOWT, SCSO boat and dive teams had been searching for 14-year-old Adrian Thompson in a private lake at Schmid Park since 8:30 p.m. Friday. He had been reportedly swimming there with friends. Lieutenant Dan Golda said they were swimming across a lake when he went under, and he never resurfaced. We searched until around midnight last night, started up first thing again this morning, and have been searching the rest of the day today. Golda said divers recovered Thompson's body around 6 p.m. Saturday. He was a student at Papillion La Vista Community Schools. Carol Jackson told 6 News Thompson was her nephew. Jackson said, "I think he was a great guy. He had a great spirit, he was into sports, people liked him. It's just sad that he had to come somewhere to have fun and then the current just overtook him." Golda wants to remind people that when it comes to swimming in bodies of water, you have to be careful and you should take some precautions. It can be very dangerous around lakes, rivers, those kinds of things, he said. You don't know what's underneath and things like that, so you want to make sure you're able to swim, have a safety plan in place. Life jackets are always a good idea.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In the NBA playoffs, second round action wrapped up with a pair of Game 7s. The Timberwolves go into Denver, knock off the defending champion Nuggets 98-90. Minnesota rallied down 20 points to get the win. All 5 starters were in double digits. Karl Anthony Towns had 23 points and 12 rebounds. Jaden McDaniels, 23 points as well. For Denver, Nikola Jokic, the league MVP, had 34 points and 19 boards, and Jamal Murray had 35 points, but no one else on the team had more than 7. Minnesota wins that series 4-3 and advances to face Dallas in the Western Conference Final. Pacers beat the Knicks in New York 130-109. Indiana hit 29 of their first 38 shots on their way to setting a playoff record, shooting 67.1% from the field. All 5 of their starters were in double digits, led by Tyrese Halliburton's 26 points. Indiana wins that series 4-3. They advance to face Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals. Golf 106 PGA Championship. Xander Schauffele is your leader. He shot a 65 for his first career major victory.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. A mix of clouds and sun today with a slight chance of severe storms. Highs around 73. North winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Overcast tonight, severe thunderstorms likely. Lows around 51. Overcast skies tomorrow, thunderstorms likely. Highs level off around 62. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situations change? Hi, I'm Janet Lawhorn.
And I'm Tim McCaslin.
Your local Edward Jones financial advisors. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you.
We'll create a personalized financial strategy backed by our advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track, no matter what happens. Contact us today at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
55 degrees outside, lots of sunshine now after that foggy start this morning. Winds out of the north 5 to 15 miles per hour. Barometric pressure rising at 29.89, humidity at 84%. High yesterday was 71 here at KCNI. I noticed the airport showing 74 for a high yesterday, but we did not match that. An overnight low here of 53. Sunset today at 8:55. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:14. 1400s precipitation measured from thunder showers yesterday morning, bringing our total to 2 inches and 500ths for the month. That's a look at weather and news at 8. Here's Brent Apperson with grocery cart specials for the week.
All right, and with Memorial Day coming up a week from today, this ad will run through May 27th, so keep that in mind. Here are your specials for this week as we get you ready for Memorial Day coming up this weekend. 80% lean ground beef in the 10-pound tube is on sale this week for $2.98 a pound. 8-pound average Hormel Natural Choice bone-in Boston butt pork roast, $1.88 a pound. Ribeye steaks, $16.98 a pound. And Grocery Cart's own homemade pork sausage, $3.48 a pound. 2.5-pound bag of all-natural Best Choice boneless, skinless chicken breast fillets, $5.68 for the bag. Land of Frost, Jumbo Deli Shaved Lunch Meat, 5 packages for $25. Johnsonville Fully Cooked Smoked Sausage or Brats, $3.48 for the package. Fairberry Red or Tomboy Hot Dogs, the 16-ounce packages are 5 for $25. Some of the other specials you'll find this week at the GK, Crystal Farms Grated Parmesan Cheese, the bottles are $3.48. Simply Orange Juice, $3.98. Best Choice Cheese Singles, the 12-ounce packages are 2 for $4. Nestle Coffee Mate Creamer, the bottles are $3.98. Daisy Squeeze Sour Cream, 14-ounce container, 2 for $5. And Dean's Dips, the 16-ounce tubs are 2 for $4. Best Choice String Cheese, $5.78 for the package. Ore-Ida frozen potatoes on sale, $3.98 for the package. Tombstone pizzas are on sale for $4.48, and Cool Whip topping the 8-ounce tubs are 2 for $4. Mrs. Smith's pies are on sale for $4.98. Some of the other grocery savings you'll find this week: Village Hearth hamburger or hot dog buns, $2.88. Sara Lee Classic or Honey Wheat Bread, the loaves are on sale 2 for $7. Frito-Lay Kettle or Lay's chips, 2 bags for $5. Frito-Lay Doritos, get 3 bags for $10. Kingsford Charcoal or Pellets, the bags are on sale for $10.98. Also, Kraft salad dressings are on sale, get 2 bottles for $5. Pringles chips are on sale for $1.78. Van Camp's pork and beans, the cans are on sale for 88 cents. Heinz ketchup, the big bottles, $3.98. Kraft Miracle Whip on sale for $4.98. If you're not a Miracle Whip person and you're a mayo person, Kraft mayonnaise is on sale for $4.48. The big jars of Bush's Best Baked or Grillin' Beans are on sale for $2.28, and Best Choice hamburger or hot dog buns are $1.98 for the packages. In the produce section this week, you'll find bicolor sweet corn on sale, 6 ears for $3. Red ripe strawberries, 2-pound packages, are $3.98. Premium Washington Fuji apples, $1.28 a pound. A pint of fresh blueberries, get 2 for $6. 3-pound bags of California Halos mandarins, $5.98. 10-ounce package of fresh grape tomatoes, 2 for $3. Fresh cucumbers, 68 cents each. Vidalia onions, 98 cents a pound. The 14-ounce bags of Dole Classic coleslaw on sale, 2 for $3. And fresh asparagus, $2.48 a pound. Some of the other store-wide savings you'll find this week: General Mills cereal, 2 boxes for $7. Kellogg's cereal on sale for $3.98 a box. Milwaukee's pickles, the big 30-ounce jars, are $3.83. Rotel tomatoes, 10-ounce cans, are 4 for $5. Ragu pasta sauce, the jars are on sale, 2 for $4. Libby's pineapple juice, 64-ounce bottles, $4.28. Pam cooking spray on sale for $3.48. Vlasic sauerkraut, the 32-ounce bottles, $2.98. Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, get 4 bottles for $5. Heinz yellow mustard on sale, the 14-ounce bottles are on sale, 2 for $4. And those are just some of the great specials you're going to find this week at the Grocery Cart in Broken Bow. Again, a reminder, this ad runs through next Monday, May 27th.
Thank you, Brent. And remember, as you approach the grocery cart and you're thinking about pulling in and doing your shopping and you see all the cars out front and you think, oh, man, I don't know, it's pretty busy. Hey, they've got a big store, big wide aisles, and they have parking on the west side of the store, which is very convenient. There's a bunch of parking over there, so never think they're too busy to take care of you at the grocery cart, open 7 days a week. It's Temptation Day.
Temptation Day?
Yeah.
As in we're going to play the Temptations, or it's we're tempted today?
We'll talk about temptation and the devil another time.
Okay.
This
All
is
right.
Temptation
This
Day.
is the Temptations. All right.
Yeah.
We offer 4 levels of our Burning Bank credit card, so we can best match you with the credit card suited for your lifestyle. The best part? You earn rewards with every purchase. Give us a call today at 308-872-2757 or visit burningbank.com to learn how you can make the most of your purchases. Burning Bank, member FDIC.
The warm season is here. Feeling motivated to get some projects done? Your first stop should be Ansley Lumber and Supply. If you aren't as motivated as you'd like to be, when you see the quality products and materials they sell to put on your home, you'll be ready to go. Composite decking from TimberTech and Armadillo will stand the test of time. Pella and Marvin windows will keep the outside air out and the inside air in. Top it all with Tamco Titan XT roofing, tough like a roof should be. Metal is another option for your barn dominium, shop, or other roof as well. Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley.
8:23. We have a listener from Portugal this morning.
Oh, great.
So
wow.
Good morning, Victor.
Yeah, good morning.
Victor Saul Carvalho is listening this morning or watching. So thank you, Victor, from Portugal. Never know what's going to happen in the morning.
No, you don't. That's cool.
Pretty cool thing happened here just the other day. Nation's first black astronaut finally gets his flight at the age of 90.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Ed Dwight was America's first black astronaut clear back in 1961, but he was never able to get to space until this past weekend. The 90-year-old blasted off from West Texas with 5 other passengers on the Blue Origin spacecraft. Dwight was an Air Force pilot when President John F. Kennedy named him as a NASA astronaut candidate, but he wasn't picked for the 1963 class, and Sunday's 10-minute-long flight made Dwight the oldest person in space.
That's a neat story.
That is a neat story.
Yeah.
Little tidbit of information. Rudy Giuliani, by the way.
Yes.
Oh.
He's in space?
He probably felt like it this past weekend. He was served legal papers again.
Uh-oh.
But it was during his birthday party.
Well, that's a bummer. Come on now. You shouldn't serve a guy papers on their birthday, should you?
I know they did. That's all I can tell you.
Happy birthday, Mr. Giuliani.
He was having a party with friends in Palm Springs, California, Friday night when the shindig was interrupted by a couple of party crashers serving him with papers. Legal notice of his Arizona indictment for allegedly being involved in a plot to overturn the 2020 election. Witnesses say that the party had died down, but some who saw it happen started screaming at the people who were making the presentation and even started to cry as Giuliani was served.
Wow, on your birthday. Man,
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah. That wouldn't be very nice surprise, birthday surprise.
That wouldn't be a
would it?
great present to open, I wouldn't think.
No. Anyway, we'll move along to
Yes.
something local here, Nebraska Land Hearing Center. And we talk about it a lot because it's worth talking about. Roxanne is a board-certified hearing instrument specialist with over 35 years of experience right here in Broken Bow and Custer County. If you're struggling with your hearing and or worrying about missing out on conversations with family and friends, it's time to go see Roxanne. She can help. And she'll offer you free hearing evaluation, free office calls, free extended warranties on new hearing aids, extended discounts for buying local. Pricing is available, by the way, in all budgets and technology. But speaking of technology, she now has the new Genesis AI technology. Better hearing never sounded so good. The styles are comfortable and barely noticeable. They're waterproof, sweat-proof, everyday proof, and when used with the MyStarkey app, deliver more benefits like health monitoring and fall detection. Free follow-up care and office visits if you do purchase hearing aids from Roxanne. And that is big because if you need an adjustment, something's not working, maybe you need a little bit of advice on how to clean it, make them work better, that's all provided at no charge. And you can call her for all these offers that she has at 308-384-3852 to make an appointment. She's located in the Broken Bow Chamber Building, Nebraska Land Hearing Center here in Custer County in Broken Bow.
Well, with school just out of session and we start to think about the summertime, one of the big things for kids in the summertime is always Vacation Bible School. Yep. Always a great time for the kids. And it is that time again at the Broken Bow United Methodist Church. School's out, and registration for the United Methodist Church Vacation Bible School 2024 is now open. It's going to be Camp Firelight. Experience a summer camp adventure with God. Incoming kindergarten through 6th graders are able to participate, so mark your calendars for May 28th through the 31st. They'll meet 9 to noon each morning at the United Methodist Church in Broken Bow. All are welcome, and they'd love for your children to join them. Now, here's how you can register. Register by going to the Broken Bow United Methodist Church Facebook page, and then you'll find a link that you can click on. You can also call the office at 872-5963. So that's how you get your children registered. You can call the office, 872-5963, or just go to the Facebook page, click on the link that will allow you to sign up your kid for Vacation Bible School coming up at the Broken Bow United Methodist Church.
8:28, we'll be talking about the blowing the doors off barbecue here in just a little bit and much more. Keep it right here. It's Temptation Day on this Monday.
well. We offer a variety of banking products to make banking easier, especially during busy times, such as making payments online, signing loan documents digitally, or mobile depositing a check. These are just a few ways we can help simplify your life. Visit nesb.bank or call any of our branches to learn more about how we can make banking easier for you. Nebraska State Bank, member FDIC.
What do you think of that pickle stand idea?
Well, it's interesting, especially if we're going to call it a pickle stand, but they're not actually pickles. They're just a cucumber before they become pickled. I don't know. We may have to change the name. I mean, I don't know. Do you think you and I can, create pickles?
No, I don't think we can.
Okay.
We might find somebody that would help us pickle the cucumbers that we have.
Yeah.
And then subcontract, pay them for that part of it.
Yeah. Now, see, that's where you're so much better than me. You have the business background that understands these little intricacies. What's the word I'm trying to say? Intricacies?
Hey, I'm glad you got it out because I don't think I could have. I don't want to try it today on a Monday. By the way.
Oh, my goodness. I think I'm going to go back to Omaha.
Hang around the hotel.
I think part of me is still in Omaha, to be honest with you.
Well,
but no, you know how to bring this together as a business.
Well, let's try.
Because how many businesses do you have now?
Oh, quite a few. I'm thinking about. Now, let me throw this out at you.
Okay.
So if we can get the cucumbers pickled.
All right.
Now we're a ways off I just planted the seeds Saturday.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a while. We got time to plan.
We got time to plan. There you go.
And we could just subcontract the pickling so that we would have pickles.
Okay.
Then we find a portable pickle ball court.
Wow.
Or find one here in town. I don't know if we have a pickleball in town here or not. The court. It's very popular.
Yes.
We could sell pickles at the pickleball court and also have another table with Dave's free-range night crawlers.
Wow. There you go.
Now, we should have something to drink, so we could have a lemonade stand.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, boy. Yeah. Well, we could take it. We could take it around to the different areas. I know Arnold has pickleball courts.
They do.
I think
that's right.
Right there at the Methodist Church, right?
They've converted. Yeah, they've got.
I think
pickleball.
So. Yeah.
I don't know if there's any here in town or not. But we could go. We could go to other communities that have pickleball.
Yeah.
We don't have it here. But yeah, I think it'd be appropriate to sell pickles at a pickleball court.
Okay.
And have Dave's free-range night crawlers and maybe KCNI, KBBN lemonade, or Get Up and Go breakfast show lemonade.
Oh, wow.
It's all about marketing.
Yes, it's all about marketing. All about putting a name to it.
Special blend. Extra sugar. Whatever. Well, think about it.
Yeah, we'll just we can just mix up some country time.
And make
and
sure they don't
lemonade.
know that we've got country time in there.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to go eat real food made from scratch that will blow you away, the Blowing the Doors Off barbecue's coming up.
Oh, man. Gosh, are we really to that time already?
Getting close. Saturday, June 1st, 5 until midnight. And
or beyond.
Sometimes they go beyond. Sometimes the weather cuts them short, but they always pull it off.
Yeah.
It's time to come and eat all the barbecue you can stuff in, and prepared by some of the best competition teams from across the state of Nebraska. They'll have an on-site beer garden, live entertainment, including South Loop Sunrise, our local band, and Borderline, very popular group, and they'll be performing. Raffle drawing prizes, Traeger grill, Henry Golden Boy rifle, handmade knife, grocery cart, beef and wine certificate. That's going to be some of the giveaways through the raffles. Adults are $17 in advance, $20 at the gate. Children's 5 through 12 are only $10. And you can eat all you can stuff in. And you'll want to because you won't get that kind of quality every day. They really go at it when they come competing for the top prize for bragging rights, and the recipients are really the people who get to come and eat it. And I can't remember how many pounds of beef and pork and chicken and fish and all sorts of things that they barbecue. But they start on Friday and go all night.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite an event. O'Connell turns into a town of something like 2,500 people.
That's cool.
Yeah, pretty neat. All right. I think I've gotten my libraries taken care
All
of.
right.
Do you have anything left over there?
Well, yeah, we do want to remind you about Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold, Nebraska, your historic destination with a full barista bar and gift shop. Open 8 to 5, Tuesday through Friday. Open on Saturdays, too, from 9 until 3. And right now in their gift department, you'll find things like the Consuela handbags, spring items and florals, yard decor. Speaking of pickleball, they've got pickleball sets right there at Brubaker's.
They do?
They do. That's what it says. Enjoy a delicious baked good. Enjoy their delicious drinks, too. And every week they have a Customer of the Week. So stop in, get registered, and give yourself a chance to win a free beverage at Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts. You'll find them in Arnold, Nebraska. Again, they're open 8 to 5, Tuesday through Friday. Open on Saturdays from 9 until 3. And also, they carry cards. So cards are in stock for every occasion, and you'll find them at Brubaker's in Arnold.
Finally here, and no one is more excited than the Secret Garden. Open every day in May. Weekdays 11:30 to 4:30, Saturday 8:30 to 4:30, and Sunday 1 to 4. The Secret Garden is thrilled to be a Nebraska Passport stop this year, and when you shop with them, you'll see why. A variety of annual plants, succulents, home decor, antiques, Watkins, and more. Luke 1, verse 37 says, "For nothing will be impossible with God." The Secret Garden, 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
8:42. Want to remind you that Gene Sneringer from the golf shop will be in the 9 o'clock hour. And we're going to do a little putting this morning and talking. And Cadence, our intern from last year, who we enjoyed having so much, is starting back up to work today for the summer from Litchfield. And we'll bring her in, too, and get her started off right whenever she arrives. I imagine she's lifting weights right now.
There you go.
And we'll also welcome the Custer County Economic Development Corporation. They're scheduled to come in here in just a little bit if they can make it. And if not, we'll reschedule them for another time. Baseball. Let's talk baseball. You have a game. Would give you much rest from Omaha. We're going to dive right into baseball on Wednesday.
Yeah, we could have a whole lot of baseball on the air for you this week. We're going to kind of visit about this and try to make a plan. First off, the Nebraska baseball team will play in the Big Ten tournament this week, which begins in Omaha. Games are scheduled to begin tomorrow. But if you look at the weather forecast for tomorrow, I don't know. But anyway, they're scheduled to start tomorrow, I believe, against Ohio State at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So we're going to visit, try to make a plan, and see if we can work in some Nebraska baseball from the Big Ten tournament this week. And then locally, we are planning to have our first Legion broadcast of the season for you Wednesday night when Broken Bow takes on Overton. We'll plan to do the seniors game, which is scheduled to start around 8 o'clock or so at Paul Brown Field. So we've got that scheduled for this week. And then coming up on Saturday, and we'll have more information on this as we get closer to the day, but we're going to go up to Mullen for you on Saturday evening. This was an event that was started a couple of years ago. There is a all-star basketball game that takes place between the Mid-Nebraska Activities Conference, which is the conference that includes many of our area teams that we cover around the area, and they will be taking on the Minuteman Athletic Conference, which is out west, and they will be meeting in Mullen for their annual all-star basketball games, girls and boys. And so we're going to go up to Mullen and broadcast those games for you. We'll have them live on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. Girls game is scheduled to tip at 5 o'clock Central Time. Boys game will follow. And we also plan to do a live video stream of the games as well, so you can watch them through the Sandhills Express YouTube channel and or Facebook page. And we'll look forward to doing that coming up on Saturday. So between area sports and maybe some Husker baseball, it'll be a big sports week again here on KBBN, perhaps.
Perhaps, yeah. Because we have weather to deal with locally, too. The fields that they have manicured here in town accept so much more water than they used to. It's amazing sometimes that they can play after a good rain, but they can only take so much. And the forecast every day is mentioning some chance of showers and or thunderstorms, and some severe along the way. So we'll be watching the weather for you folks out there as well.
We've been talking about baseball. Want to congratulate and wish good luck for the rest of the season to the Broken Bow Spirit softball teams. 18U team, and I think others are underway now. So we'll start updating you on kind of what's happening with them as we go through the rest of the season. I had the opportunity to visit with Josh Page, who works with the Diamond Youth Organization, and we ran an interview with him last week on Public Affairs. But, boy, swing by Tyke Arnold Field if you can. Some big improvements have been made there. Got a new net for the backstop that I think is up now. They still have, I think, some finishing touches to do with that, but I think that the girls are able to play on Tyke Arnold Field again now. And so just some really neat things going on, and we wish the softball team the best as we go through the summer.
You bet. And the nice thing about that big new screen is, I think it's going to look good. It's a great improvement, but it's also going to speed up the game because the old backstop was not all that tall. And
Don't have to go chase down the
a lot of foul balls will
be
a lot of foul balls won't be leaving the field, at least the ones behind the plate anyway. So that's going to be great. More improvements here. I think economic developers would be very happy about that. They usually are when there's improvements made in the community.
Absolutely.
Yes, and as a person whose car has almost been hit by a foul ball before, just as a citizen, I'm excited about it.
There you go.
Yeah. On the other hand, the body men are probably a little disappointed. You know, we'll get a place of
They'll
windshield.
still get plenty of business.
They will. There's always deer, right?
Oh, and they're out.
They
I saw a few on my way home from Omaha.
Yeah, yeah. Scotty Ross is here, who heads up the Economic Development Group here in Custer County. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
How's things over your way?
Busy.
Busy?
Wonderfully busy. I love it.
That's good. That's good. What are you busy with?
Well, as you know, you kind of broke the news for us on the child care expansion that we've been working on lately. With Precious Angels Daycare, we've partnered with them. We did a little capital campaign to help them acquire a much larger facility. So they'll be able to at least double their capacity, if not more. So it's very exciting for us.
Explain, if you would, to our listeners out there how important that is. I think a lot of people already know, but if you're doubling the size of daycare, what does that mean? I mean, some people probably would go, oh, well, that's great. More kids will have some place to stay, but it's bigger than that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I mean, if you're removed from the world of raising children, if you have been for some years, you don't realize how important, how impactful that is to parents being able to work and focus on their work while their kids are being cared for during the day, and having some place that's reliable and open every day, which Precious Angels has proven themselves in this community. They already have a reputation in this community, so parents trust them, which is huge. That's the thing with childcare is I always say you can throw all the money at it that you want to, but if you don't have the right people, it doesn't do any good. You have to have the right people involved. So that's what made us very excited about a local provider that was willing to expand into this facility. So yes, it's fun to think about, you know, they're going to do kind of a children's museum theme and all the different rooms will have different, you know, enrichment activities in them. Yeah, that's fun to think about and a fun project to work on, but it's also huge for workforce. Recruiting new workforce, having your existing workforce being reliable for your business because they have reliable childcare. So,
it's a big deal.
Yeah.
It is. The only downside that I can think of is for our neighborhood, Brent, because eventually there'll be less parents and kids coming by our places to take the kids to the daycare, and actually sitting on the porch and watching the people come and pick up their kids or drop them off is kind of fun. It's pretty amazing how many working people there are out there that bring their kids and babies.
Right.
Yeah.
And, you know, that place is a well-oiled machine. I had several meetings with Mary and Sarah throughout this process, and everybody's schedules are different. Not everybody's working an 8 to 5, and that place is, I mean, the kids have their set schedule and activities, but then they also have their routines of, you know, your parents come this day, your parents come this time, your pickup and your drop off. They are licensed for 24-hour care, which is huge because we have several employers who work outside of normal business hours. With agriculture, you know, animals have to eat and be cared for every day. And then, of course, BD is open 24 hours a day. And, you know, they don't have plans to stay open through the night, but if they have enough demand, they're willing to do that if they can make that work. And they do keep their licensing that way. And in the summertime when it gets hot, you know, you've got to work pigs and cows early in the morning before it gets hot. And so Sarah will come in, you know, at 4 o'clock in the morning and take kids if she needs to. So
fantastic.
It's huge for the employers in our area.
They have the gymnasium, which is so good because even if the weather's inclement, you know, they can burn some energy off in there before they, you know, come home.
Yeah.
Which is a huge thing. But yeah, we've enjoyed, you know, having the daycare in our neighborhood. Yes. I know Brent and I have talked about how, like you say, Scotty, they early, middle of the day, late, there's just a constant rotation there. And it's nice to have, you know, let's be honest, it's nice if you have an Aunt Susie who watches your child for you so that you can work. But if Aunt Susie's sick or unavailable or wants to go do something else, which they should once in a while, then you can't go to work.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that's a big deal.
I have a wonderful child care provider that I absolutely love, Bobby Baum, and I was lucky to get in when I mean it's something that moms have to start the second you find out you're pregnant.
Oh yeah.
You've got to start the phone calls and just pray that somebody's got something open in the rotation. But you know, all of them need time off. They've got families too. They're people too, and so it's just, you know, it is a challenge to have two working parents, but I don't know many households that don't have two working parents anymore, and I'm very fulfilled by my work. I wouldn't want to be home every day. Thankfully, I do have a lot of flexibility with my work, but I'm very thankful to have reliable childcare.
So important, and it's been something that it's been discussed over and over again, and scratching heads. How do we expand this? And here we go. We have people that's already providing it, taking advantage of an opportunity to expand with the help of the Custer County Economic Development Group, which it was a great partnership.
Yes, and it came together so quickly. I'm not surprised, but at the same time, it's always humbling to see how quickly this community will come together and ready themselves for an opportunity. And rally behind somebody that they believe in, that's showing some initiative, that's willing to do something good for the community. So both sides of it it was a lot of fun to work on, and it's not over yet. They've got a lot of work they want to do to the building, and I'm excited for that. And we actually, our fundraising goal was exceeded. We actually had to put the brakes on and say, hold your donations, we'll come to you for the next project. So we'll actually be giving them more for their grant than we had expected. So hopefully that will help.
Yeah, it'll help, because any of us who have added on or remodeled or rebuilt know that there's always surprises along the way. Usually costs more than what you pencil out.
Right.
So that'll be a great help. And it's so nice too, Scotty, to see that building be used for something like this. It's been around a while. It's been across from the Custer School forever, and it's nice to know that structure is going to be used for good things.
Yes, yes. They're very excited, and I think it will be a great. And we have to also acknowledge, they didn't receive the bid when the church was selling this building. They took sealed bids. They did the whole process through Farmers National, and Mary had a bid in, but she didn't end up with it. There was another person, and so actually we came to Ken Myers. He's the one that ended up with the bid, and he had plans for that property too that he was very excited about for his business. And he made a huge sacrifice in letting that property go. We talked to him a lot about, this is huge for the community. It would make a huge difference for our workforce and development, and this building is perfect, turnkey, and he had dreams too when he submitted his bid. It was perfect for his ideas as well, and it's going to cost him a lot more to do what he was planning on doing without this property. So really, Ken and Ken Myers did make a huge sacrifice in letting this property go for this project as well.
Well, thank you for that, guys. That was, that's a big contribution. So this doesn't mean that we wouldn't be happy if we could even add more daycare through some other means, right? So if you're thinking the problem is solved out there, talk to Scotty about it. If you're a daycare provider, you're maybe interested in coming in and creating one, licensed one, and so forth, it's no time to stop, right?
Absolutely not. And the in-home daycares, the licensed daycares, it doesn't always have to be a big new center. Just because that's where Precious Angels was in their journey doesn't mean that there's not a mom that's looking to stay at home and maybe start a licensed daycare or even an unlicensed daycare. There's nothing wrong with that either. We're always willing to visit and see what we can do to incentivize that. And there's tons of programs too through the state and stuff, because child care shortage is an issue all over the place. So we are always willing to visit about that and what we can do to help.
Yeah, I have an article right here that came in this morning that talks about the need for daycare, and then also in some communities in the country that is almost becoming unaffordable. because of the demand. They can ask more and more in cities and so forth. So we're pretty fortunate here that we have the kind of people that want to make a living and provide services that people hopefully can afford. But it does take a lot of times two people to make a living anymore. So
it really does.
It's important. All right. I haven't been by, but I heard that the dirt is being moved around up at the addition that you're involved in. Talk about that a little bit.
Yes, Eagle Crest subdivision by Hillcrest. Lots of activity going on up there. If you get a chance, drive by. It's pretty exciting. We're getting started on the infrastructure up there. They'll be moving a lot of dirt, doing a lot of grading first because there was a lot of hills and trees they had to work on, and then working on getting easements signed to run the sewer line over to the lift station at the fairgrounds for those 31 new home lots that will be available. I've actually had some people calling me this weekend asking if those lots will be for sale, so I think there's definitely going to be some demand right off the bat. There's some developers interested, and so we're very excited to have that project, showing. We've been working on it forever in the background, doing the paperwork side of it, which is not as fun as when you get to see the dirt actually start moving and see the activity. So.
Well, I think you've been pretty clear on your thoughts about folks out there who want to buy a lot and build their own structure with their dream in mind. And I think that's going to really accelerate that growth out there. Now, there's nothing wrong with building homes and having people move into them and change them to their liking either, but having both is a good way to go.
Yes, and I mean, it could end up, those 31 lots could be developed a lot more quickly than we anticipated. As of right now, the plan is, approximately 10 lots per year being developed. But if there's a pretty good demand, which it's a great location, kind of feels like you're out in the country, and like just, it's all going to be new, nice sidewalk, real close to Melham. You can walk over there in the walking path. I dream about connecting the Melham walking from Hillcrest and then over through the fairgrounds and even up through the barn property someday. I was visiting with a gal that works for Adams Land and Cattle that's a transplant to the area like me, and she said, a walking path is something we need. And I said, you wouldn't believe the people that would turn out to oppose a walking path at a town hall meeting.
Yes, we've had it before.
Believe me, we've been trying.
Maybe we just need the right path in the right place.
So I'm like, okay, let's do it maybe outside of residential neighborhoods so we don't have to. So there's less argument and do it on public property. So
I'm with you though. If you drive to communities a little larger than us or even our same size, and you see walking paths that go all the way through the community, it's a great way to connect the community, and you walk from one end to the other. You see neighbors on the other end of town, and that's a real plus. But we'll come up with something, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We're still working on it.
Okay.
I'm not going to let it go, but I love that barn property out there. I've told you that before. You get out any time of day, you hear the meadowlarks singing, and it kind of feels like you're out in the country too. And that's one thing I talk to my board a lot about. You don't realize most of them don't live in town. They can go walk down the road or, ride their horse outside or whatever. And when you live in town, the public walking paths are kind of your only option.
Well, the one at Melham is used a lot. Brent's been using it.
It's busy.
Yeah, very busy.
We used it before. I tend to just leave the house and start walking, but if you walk the streets, you got to be very careful, and you find that the sidewalks are not always connected, and so you have to be a little bit more careful when you're not walking a path that's designated for that.
And then it's kind of hard to just relax and enjoy your exercise when you don't really know where you're going to go if you don't have your designated path. So hopefully, like I said, that's my dream. I don't know.
That's been one that's been worked on off and on for years now, and it'll come true one of these days.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, well, we're going to run out of time. What else did you want to highlight? Well, there's a meeting today for one, but if there's anything else, jump right in.
Yeah, we've got our monthly meeting going on today. My summer intern has started, Hannah Keller, and I'm very excited. She is off and running. That girl is a hard worker. She's efficient. She's proficient in written and verbal communication. I'll have her in here at some point. We've talked about plugging her in with different areas and businesses that she'll be interested in. And she'll be working heavily on our website and showing up at a lot of our local events and taking pictures of, what it's like to live in Custer County, so we can try to capture that for our website. So
okay. All right.
I'm excited to have her, and Mackenzie is going to be coming back. I think June 3rd is what she told me, so I'm excited about that too.
Fantastic. I don't want to hurt your feelings. I don't. It's never been my intent, but since you're here, I do kind of miss your sidekick.
I know. Meadow almost came with me today, but
it's not that we don't like you here, but having Meadow here is a real kick. You can bring her anytime.
Yeah, she's a lot of fun. She's sassy. This weekend, she was sitting on her sister's lap, and I said, "Meadow, get dressed," and she said, "Why should I?"
Oh boy!
And her sister just busted out laughing, and I said, "Don't laugh at her." But I was like trying not to laugh too. But it's like, she's in that age.
Yeah.
She's getting pretty sassy.
Yeah,
I'm getting my payback that my mom always said I was going to get. So
yeah, it always comes around, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thanks a lot for coming in. I know you're busy. Appreciate it. Meetings today for the board members at 4, right?
4 o'clock, Custer Public Power.
Okay.
Yep.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. We'll catch up on some news next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. State media say funeral rites for Iran's president will begin tomorrow after he and the prime minister were killed in a helicopter crash. CBS's Holly Williams.
Iran's cabinet said the, quote, hard-working president had been martyred, vowing that the government would operate without the slightest disruption.
The high tides helped crews float the container ship that triggered the deadly collapse of Baltimore's Key Bridge in March. CBS's Skylar Henry says it's returning to port at a snail's pace.
This will be a slow and methodical process as the vessel is being accompanied by a series of tugboats that will move at about 1 mile an hour for a 2.5-mile stretch.
A half-century-old seafood chain is going under.
Red Lobster's endless shrimp is kind of a big deal.
The company announced today it has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. Red Lobster says its surviving restaurants will remain open for now. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Some people just know the more you protect, the more you save with Allstate, because they know insurance math. Like if you protect your home and auto, Allstate can save you up to 25%. So it's like losing money if you don't bundle. Save more when you protect more. Bundle home and auto with Allstate today.
Bundled savings vary by state and are not available in every state. Saving up to 25% is the countrywide average of the maximum available savings off the home policy. Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
2 guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same 2 guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Nick Cope.
A pair of Game 7s in the NBA playoffs on Sunday, and it was the road teams that got it done. Timberwolves erased a 20-point deficit to knock off the defending champion Nuggets 98-90. Karl Anthony Towns led Minnesota with 23 points and 12 rebounds. Timberwolves advance to face the Mavericks in the Western Conference Finals. That'll begin Wednesday night in Minnesota. Also, the Pacers ran away for the Knicks at Madison Square Garden, 130-109 as Indiana shot an NBA playoff record 67% from the floor. Tyrese Halliburton not surprised.
We had preseason camp in Nashville, just players, no coaches, and that was what we communicated from the jump, that we expected to be here. This ain't a surprise for us. You know, it's no fluke. We expect this from our group, and then once we added P, we knew that we could really take off.
The Pacers advance to face the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals beginning Tuesday night in Boston.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. A mix of clouds and sun today with a slight chance of severe storms. Highs around 73. North winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Overcast tonight, severe thunderstorms likely. Lows around 51. Overcast skies. Tomorrow, thunderstorms likely. Highs level off around 62. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
There are 3 big reasons growers choose crop hail insurance from Farm Credit Services of America. 1, they trust our expertise to deliver the right coverage. 2, we work with several companies so they'll get the right product. And 3, should their crops ever get hail, they'll get the right service. Get the crop hail coverage that's right for you. Call Farm Credit Services of America and see for yourself. 1-800-884-FARM. Agriculture works here.
reading all that trial data. You even have your neighbors weigh in. And when you do plant that smart decision, how you'll protect it, well, that's an easy choice. The soybean herbicide portfolio from Corteva Agriscience. With products like Sonic Herbicide, you'll be complementing your Enlist system with the soybean residual protection that'll tackle the toughest weed challenges all season long. See how a program approach can help you protect every acre at Corteva.us.
58 degrees under a sunny sky. You're listening to The Breakfast Show and or watching it. We appreciate that each and every day. Our special guests are in our studio at this time. So let's begin with an old friend, a friend we made last year after school was out. Cadence from Litchfield. How you doing, young lady?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
We're doing well. Welcome back.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Good. And we're going to work you a little harder. I'm just going to tell you right now, we're going to work you a little harder than last year.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, I figured you could handle it. So how was your school year?
It was good. It went by pretty fast. But I guess it's kind of a big jump going from sophomore year to junior year. And so it's a little scary right now because I'm going to be an upperclassman next year. So I was really trying to enjoy my underclassman days. But
Good idea. Good idea. We're not sure, the three of us, that we even have diplomas, so you're not really...
I think I got one. I just couldn't tell you where it is.
Gino, did you get one?
They said it was in the mail.
And you're still waiting?
It's been a few years, Gene, since you graduated from high school.
Well, they didn't have computers back then.
That's true. That's true. Oh, gosh. Well, welcome back. We appreciate you coming in, and we're going to have a little conversation here about golf. And I know you're you don't golf, but are you playing volleyball, basketball?
Yep, volleyball, basketball, track, and softball. So golf doesn't really fit into the schedule.
Yeah, when you play softball. How do you feel about that, Gene? You want to talk to her about it?
Well, no, because I respect her. At least one person in the room.
Yep.
Oh, gosh. I missed seeing you, Gene, and hearing those wonderful comments.
Cadence, who are you playing softball for?
Just the Spartan. Like, we do kind of a rec league with some of the FKC teams. And Loop City's in that, too. And so we just kind of have a league that's in May and June, and we play Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and it's a good time.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So it's kind of for fun.
Yeah.
You say for fun, but come on now. You're a little competitive too, aren't you?
Yeah, and we do have a tournament at the end of the year, and so that's when it really gets competitive, especially for those little T-ballers that they don't keep score throughout the year, but then when it comes to tournament time, they keep score and they have outs, and so they get pretty competitive.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, nothing wrong with being competitive as long as you don't, well, in golf, throw clubs, and in softball, throw a bat over the backstop, that sort of thing. We want to avoid that.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Gene,
Yes.
welcome.
Yes, Dave, how are you doing? I've been working on my voice.
Oh, that's real nice, Gene. I'm glad. It's sure good to see you.
It's good to be seen.
All right. Brent?
Yes.
Take over, my friend.
Oh, okay. Well, what you been up to, Gino?
Well, just watching some softball, like Cadence said. I've got a couple granddaughters that play softball and grandsons that play baseball. It's kind of been a nice change from golf, actually.
Yeah.
And playing some golf, yes.
I was going to say, I bet you've swung the club already a little bit this season, haven't you?
Yeah, a little bit, yes.
Yeah. We've got some great young men who are going to be representing the area the next 2 days in the NSAA Boys State Golf Championships. And I know that a lot of these guys, I'm guessing you probably know many of them personally. I'm going to guess that maybe you've even worked with some of them. What are your thoughts about some of our area kids who are going to be competing in state golf in the next couple of days?
Well, I've been in touch with many of the kids or whatever. It's been fun to make that friendship. But, South Loop's got a team that's going. Myrna's got a team that's going. Those two have duked it out all year on the team side. Myrna's got a couple good players, or more than two players, in shooting good numbers with Bartok and Cooksley. And South Loop has the Salick boy, Gracie, Harper Johnson, and Stretch, and also Dawson Doggett or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I seen Dawson Doggett's been in the news about, I think he's leading the high school bulldogging.
Yes, steer wrestling, he is.
What is the difference between steer wrestling and bulldogging?
I don't know. I think they use both terms, but I know when I read the results for high school rodeo, it says steer wrestling, so that's what I go by.
I mean, if I tell Dawson something to do, he just looks at me and I say, okay, that's good enough.
Yeah. He's had a great season, though, in the rodeo.
Yeah.
Yes, and he's a good golfer, too.
Yes, he is. I guess he's leading the standings or near leading the standings. Maybe we mentioned that. But there's also some, Brady Hakey at Sandhills Thedford, Ethan Weems from Stapleton or Sandhills Valley. There's a lot of good golfers in there, and so it's fun to watch how they do, since I somewhat know them on a little bit of a personal basis.
Yeah, I think Jacob Walker from Mullen qualified and is going to be playing too. It's just really great to see the area representation this year at the boys' state tournament. Of course, we know what Broken Bow has done the last few years on the girls' side with the state championship efforts, but it just shows you how young people in this area really are growing in the game of golf.
Yeah, I mean, it's evident. I mean, going back in time, Norm and Jan Custer started a junior golf program, and it's just mushroomed from there. There's been a lot of success on the girls' side. A lot of boys coming through the system doing well, and I mean, just like Broken Bow's own Jack White, he's a freshman. That's he qualified as a freshman. That's a pretty good deal.
It is a great deal.
So he'll be playing in Columbus, and the others will be playing in North Platte.
Yeah, great representation. So, fellows, best of luck to you. I'm guessing that some of them may be. Did they play their practice round today?
Yeah, most of them do. Some of them may have went early and played a extra practice round or whatever.
Over the weekend.
Yeah, they're traveling today and start play Tuesday morning and finish up Wednesday. Good time.
Yeah, great. And we'll watch scores, and during the sportscast try to keep you updated with what's happening with those guys as they compete at state golf. As far as your golf shop is concerned, Gene, what are some things you want to talk about? I know you deal with a lot of different things to get people outfitted for the golf season.
Well, do a multiple of things, as you mentioned. I mean, sell golf carts, gas and electric. I still don't know if they're getting a rebate on electric carts that Rick Nelson mentioned the other day.
Yeah, I saw your message on that. I don't know if Rick addressed that or not.
And a lot of my carts anymore, probably 50% of them are sold for non-golf use. I mean, if Dave wants to use them in his business, he's got so many entities that he could use that for. And, and I'm sure he would write that off or whatever.
I would, and I would ask Cadence to use it to go collect news. It'd be cheaper than putting gas in a car.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to envision this: the KCNI KBBN logo on a golf cart on the highway, slowing down all the traffic as we try to get to some place to cover news.
I think she'd be fine as long as she wore a helmet.
I think she would be safe, but if you two were driving the cart, it might be a different story.
Yeah,
Probably would be. But you're right, Gene. More and more people use them for other things. And some of your golf carts are pretty good size and sit off the ground a ways. I mean, you have a lot of options there, don't you?
Yeah, you can get them almost street legal or whatever. I mean, of course, everything's legal in Callaway, so they drive them around Callaway and a lot of these small towns.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the carts are used for acreages or somebody's lake house or, just transportation around there.
One thing I wanted to ask you about, I think I've seen others with them too, but I saw you one day. This was maybe a year or two ago. But you've got, I don't know even what you would call it. It's a motorized, I guess, golf cart type thing. Of course, we have the pull carts, that people use. But you had one that was like following you on the course. You were walking, but it was your golf bag was following you, and you weren't even pushing it. Can you tell me a little bit about that? I'm kind of interested in this technology.
Yeah, I still get that out on occasion, usually when the golf course isn't very busy, because it's remote controlled, and therefore you can run it in front of you or behind you, but you want to know where it's at.
Yes.
I'd be reluctant to run it next to a lake if it's on a course or a pond on a lake. I'd be reluctant to run it past one of those, fearing I'd panic and hit the button the wrong way and drive it into the water. But they're becoming more and more popular for that person that wants to work out a little bit, or not necessarily work out, but walk more and enjoy the round. Yes.
But not have to. Not have to throw this heavy bag over your shoulder to walk the golf course. You can just walk and have your cart, your golf bag follow you, which I think is amazing.
Yeah, my son actually just got one. I seen it last week, and it's up to date more than mine is, but it's pretty dependable and easy to control.
I hate to be controversial here and cause a problem. I'd never do that, Gene, but don't know why people need as many clubs as you see in these bags. You only need a putter and a 7-iron. So that'll take care of everything you need.
It's all about sales and marketing. If that's all people played with, I wouldn't be in here paying you.
This is true.
Well, you talk about clubs. You've got everything people need as far as full sets, whether it be for someone just starting the game, whether it be for someone who has a set that they just need to update on or get replaced. I know that you've got a tremendous selection of golf clubs, whether they just need to replace a club or they're looking for a new putter or looking for a full set. You can outfit somebody pretty well.
Yes, instead of carrying a lot of clubs in inventory of actual sets, it's become more practical to get fitted for clubs. Mm-hmm. And actually, we're doing a fitting at the driving range with the Mizuno company this coming Saturday from 11 to 2, and it's kind of by appointment only, but I do have a few openings left there if somebody's interested. And it's a cool deal. I know, Brent, your swing's different than Dave's, and there's a little bit of a height issue there.
There is.
Which affects lengths of the club.
Yes.
And so it's important to get the right shaft in a particular head.
Very short shaft, Brent.
Yeah. Thanks, Dave. Oh, boy, here come the short jokes. Thanks, Gene, for taking us down that road.
Well, it was going to be sooner or later.
But, I think a couple of years ago or so, I showed up at one of your fittings, and you guys worked with me and kind of got me fitted for a driver, which is just has made all the difference. And I'll be honest, my other clubs are, they're used, and so they weren't fitted to me. So because of my height, I'll be honest, I'm choking way up on the club, but when you can get it fitted to your height and to your build, man, it's outstanding. It helps your game, but it's just more comfortable swinging the club when it's fitted to you.
It just makes it easier to make it work for you. You get custom fitted bowling balls. I think you get custom fitted bats. Many other things. So,
Gene, do you Do you sell shoes?
No, I don't. Not anymore.
I was thinking, in Brent's case, if you could get him some golf shoes that got the elevator heels on them, and you could adjust him to his shaft length. He'd probably be about 6 foot. I'd love to see Brent in the elevator.
Brent with a 3-inch heel walking the golf course. Boy, yeah, that would look great.
With cleats on it.
I've had a lot of requests, but not that one.
Okay. I bet. Can you fix my golf game, right? Yeah. Yeah, so, well, you got a great selection there.
Yeah, and also we're having this 30% off all golf bags in inventory at the country club. That sale will be going on Memorial Day through Father's Day. And 30% off some of the bags, that'll equate to about $60 off, which is pretty good savings for in-stock only inventory.
You mentioned the Broken Bow Golf Club. You have some of your product over at the club, right, Gene? Is that your stuff?
I mean, most of the stuff there is mine, yes. I mean, I'm pretty mobile on my golf shop or golf business to where I go to various places, but for showing things, I've got most stuff at the country club, yes.
Okay. Let's see. What are some other things you wanted to mention? I think we talked about your fitting day, right? By appointments only?
Yes. I mean, that once again, that's the Mizuno rep. I mean, primarily we do this each year with each company, and I primarily focus on Ping Golf and Mizuno Golf. Well, this Saturday, the Mizuno rep is coming. It's a fitting process. It takes about 45 minutes per person, so it'll be fun doing that. I don't know if any of them will be hitting it far enough to poke holes in your siding out here.
I was just going to say, you kind of have led me to this, Dave, and I think others. I'll be honest, I haven't went out and looked at this yet, but apparently we do have some damage to the siding here at KCNI KBBN. Dave, you can talk more about this, but apparently the siding was damaged, and we have proof, right?
Oh, yeah. That's proof, all right.
It came from a golf ball. Somebody hit into our siding.
There's a round indent that's just about ready to fall out. Just a round circle. And the golf ball was nearby.
Yep.
Yeah, but you can buy them golf balls anywhere. It could be a setup for some poor sap.
Well, I'll argue that we don't have to buy any golf balls here because...
Yes, we just go out into our parking lot sometimes. Pick them right up.
I seen a box of balls sitting out here by the front door.
Yeah, we just gather and put them in the box.
But I mean, I've seen you guys play before. You
attempt to play.
And I've on occasion heard that you guys practice outside the offices. Are you sure that you didn't shank one back into the building?
No. Well, I haven't even had my clubs out of the garage yet, Gene.
I think maybe if we get some law professionals involved in this. I'm not sure.
Well, I tried to hire a lawyer, and then I accused lawyers. So then I don't think they'd really work for me.
Well, they were all on the golf course anyway.
So we will keep a close eye on things Saturday, and if there's any indentations to the siding here, we're coming after you, Gene. So be careful.
It won't be me. I can't hit it that far.
You know what? The golf course looks great. With the precipitation that we've had, and I know right now with the golf course, there's a lot of volunteer work that's being done right now by people to keep the course up as we go through the summer. And I'm sure that you and everybody associated with the golf course and golf club very appreciative of the hard work that's being done. In a lot of cases right now, kind of volunteer work to keep the course looking nice.
Yes, I mean, you mentioned it earlier. You were talking about a gentleman that was helping take care of the ball fields and et cetera. But the board members were in a predicament to where they stepped up and also recruited some volunteers to help get us through the year. And at the same time, we got a couple young guys that are very interested in the profession that seem to be willing to work hard at this, so we're hoping it gives them an opportunity to pursue a career of whatever they want to do.
Yeah. Was there anything else that you wanted to mention? I know that when we think about the clubhouse, people can book events at the clubhouse and do some things other than golf if you want to book the clubhouse for something, correct?
Yes, the new manager there is Kayla Hauser, and you can call her and set up any of these appointments. I think the number there is 872-6444. And very pleasant. She's built a good staff working in there, and they'll take care of any reception or any type of celebration event you want to do.
Yeah.
Plus, on the golf side, they've got a bunch of leagues going on, and league participation is really popular, really heavy right now. And the men's league starts up here pretty soon. Ladies' leagues will be starting. Then they also have a seniors' day on every Thursday, I believe. And so anybody near Dave's age is qualified to come play.
This was my question. How old do you have to be considered a senior? Because I'm over 50, and I'm just wondering if I can play.
You're qualified.
Am I? Sweet.
Yeah, 50 is usually the number where
it
kind of starts at.
Okay. Because I was going to ask you, okay, now there's different tee spots, there's the ladies' tee box, there's the white, and then there's the gold, I think. Those are for seniors. And I was wondering, now that I'm over 50, can I move up to the gold tees and hit from there?
No, you can't. I mean, that's a fine line. I mean, yes, you're qualified as a senior at 50 years old to get into some of these statewide tournaments or some of the local tournaments. But I think you got to be over 70 to go to those gold tees.
Really?
Or the Dave tees.
Oh, the Dave tees. Hey, can we can we create a new tee box and just call it the Dave tee? and just move it way up.
You want to start it on the front of the green or where?
Maybe. Hey, while we got you here, I've got one more live read to do, and it's about a golf tournament. So I thought I'd wait until you showed up to do it. But the Broken Bow Rotary Club wants us to remind everybody that they're going to be hosting their Rotary Service Above Self Golf Tournament, and it is coming up on June the 14th. It'll start at 1:30, shotgun start. Now, they do ask that you register ahead of time, and you can do that by just emailing brokenbowrotary@gmail.com. You can also call 870-2909 for more information and to get registered, but it benefits the area Rotary Club and also the area teammates mentoring programs in some of our area schools. It's a two-person scramble, $100 per team. They're going to be grilling some hot dogs and hamburgers that you can purchase for a free will donation off the grill. Mulligans for sale. Great flag prizes available on every hole. It's just a little 9-hole tournament. It's a lot of fun, and it's going to be on June the 14th at 1:30 in the afternoon. I think we're going to try to enter at least one, if not two teams. So we might be coming to you for a little advice on how to get our swing right where it needs to be so that we can be competitive.
Well, we can work on that about any time, or if you want to have a putting contest, we can do that.
Well, speaking of putting, since we knew you were coming in here, I was wondering if we could just have a contest to wrap up the show. Now, I think we might kind of be past the time that you've paid for, so this will be extra time that we will add to your bill.
We're going to have to charge you for it, Gene. I'm sorry. It's going to cost you extra.
So because of that, we're going to try to prolong this as long as we can. And
well, when I booked this time slot or whatever it's called, I'd bought a gift certificate that you guys donated on the foundation.
Oh.
And I thought it said 30 minutes, but I got to looking closer and it says 0.30 minutes. So I figured that would be $100 at least by now.
Oh man. Well, are you interested in having a putting contest? We thought we could just do it like the old days, where a person would just go on the carpet and practice their putting. I have a couple of cups here. One's just a coffee cup, and then the other one is a big glass.
That does look like the good old days. Whatever.
Yeah.
Which one should we use, Gene, you think?
I'm going to bet on Cadence. I mean, she's being quiet over here.
I know.
I know she's focusing the whole time. And
now you have you actually brought with you some different putters, right? Can we use these?
Oh yes, there's a Ping putter, there's a Callaway putter, and a Mizuno putter, and these putters I sell, they're just guaranteed not to miss if you put the proper stroke on it.
Oh wow, man. Okay.
The proper stroke.
I was going to say, but there. I noticed you said "if," which brings it back to the person who's using the putter,
not when.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you'll never miss a 5 or 6 foot. Dave will never miss a 5 or 6 foot putt because I've never seen him putt one before.
I've never been that close.
It's always been a gimme for him. Yes, let's have a putting contest.
Okay. All right.
All right. Okay. Well, how do you want to do this, Dave? You just want to go right into it now?
Oh, I'll get a song going. We can get
Okay.
set up.
All right.
I think we were going to segue out with "I Had a Good Time" by Boston.
Oh, good.
Because we have had a good time. So
It's
we're
always
gonna-
good. Thanks, Gene. It's always good to talk to you.
It's great to see you guys and gals.
I want to see who wins this.
Yeah, what do you think? The can we get? Do we have time to get
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
in the staff?
Get
And
everybody out
I would
there.
like to see Christy come in here, and be a part of this, because there is nobody more. I don't know if Christy has ever golfed, but there is nobody that is more competitive than her, and I would love to get her involved in this.
I'm anxious to see how Dave can putt. You know, if he's not putting by the alligator's mouth or whatever, or the windmill is spinning around.
You don't know. Be careful because Caden's pretty good at that. Now, how far away should we set this up? We can. I thought we would pop from out in that room into this cup.
I say we just go right outside the door. What do you think, Gene?
I'd say the shorter the better because
About
it's
a-
going to save me money.
That's awful close, isn't it, for a putt?
I'd say
Well-
probably a 10-footer anyway.
Okay, 10-footer. So we're going to be outside the door there.
Yeah, yeah. I think you have to go through the doorway.
Okay. So you go get the guys, and
All right.
let's see how far. If that's the case,
Okay.
this might just work out there.
And I tell you what, while everybody else is putting, I can maybe grab this one camera, and I'll try to follow the ball
Beautiful.
as it goes toward the cup, and try, if anybody gets a make, hopefully people can watch it on Facebook Live.
All right. Well, set up, folks. You stick around. This is going to be a very dynamic portion of the show, and we're going to get the whole crew in here, so stay tuned. A large camera view, so we can move that around, as you can see. If you're watching, I'll try to describe it on the radio here. Somebody out there tap on that microphone, if you would, please. Okay, it's working, so remember, no cussing.
That never happens in the game of golf.
Yeah. So who do we have going first out there? All right, Cadence is going to take her turn, and we'll see how she's just getting ready to putt.
You gonna use the small cup?
Yeah, do you want me to use the big one?
Yeah.
Big one? Oh, okay, hold on.
I mean, maybe just put them side by side, and then we
No.
maybe there's a bonus for making the
I'm going to
smaller
do
one.
this, though, because...
Straighten it out. No.
Okay. All right, Cadence.
Just take it back and not this far, okay? Oh, close enough. She's probably got the cup turned around, so can't do it.
All right. Okay, who's next? Looks like Tina. Tina is nice and soft, Tina. Brent's trying to run the camera. Oh,
she made it.
Tina just put it in. All right. In one shot?
One shot.
Okay. All right, who's next?
Kristen's next.
Kristen's next. All right. Here she goes. Oh, looks that was not far off, Kristen. What do you think, Gene?
We need a ball.
A yellow ball goes back. Brent's trying to keep up. I think Gene's legs look nice in that shot.
Not this far.
Oh, Christy's going to get all fried out. Oh, that's a pretty good putt.
No, it's way up.
Pretty good putt.
Not bad. A little to the right. A little to the left, I should say. And who do we have? Oh.
I hit the door. Gene's next.
And Gene's going to try it. He's got the touch. He's using the yellow ball.
You don't like Xander Schauffele.
You're not supposed to talk when somebody's putting, I don't think. Ooh, nice and soft. Oh, just missed the cup.
Caught the edge of the carpet.
Yeah. So far, Tina's the only one who has made her putt. Jeremy's going to give it a try. Somebody better go get Jack so he can give it a try.
Yeah, we'll grab him.
Okay. And Jeremy is queuing up, looking it over, eyeing that shot.
This is hard running the camera.
Especially when they're... Oh, just lipped it out. Dang it. Just like yesterday in the big tournament. Let me get that. Okay.
Brent, aren't you gonna go?
I'm running the camera real quick. But yeah, I'll give it a go.
Give it a shot here.
All right, who do we have? We have...
Dave's got to go.
Dave and Brent.
Okay, I'll take over the camera.
Okay. All right.
There you go, Jack.
Jack Simpson. That sounds like a golf name. Jack Simpson now stepping up to address the ball. It's about a 10-foot putt here, maybe 11 foot.
Oh, jeez. I don't lose it first.
I don't know what he's doing. I can't see.
Having troubles, Dave.
Oh, he's using the white ball. Oh. Wow, you knocked everything loose. Okay, here comes the white one back. Get that straightened out. Okay.
I'll try the green one, I guess.
Hit the door. That didn't work. All right, who do we have next? Oh, is it Brent Apperson?
I'm going to try this one.
Okay, here comes Brent.
Is that putter a little bit too long for you?
Now, here we go. The short jokes again.
Pressure's on.
Now, how come no one else was being razzed when they were getting ready to make a putt? But I am.
My putter, it worked just fine, Brent.
That happens with putting for the KCNI.
Thanks, Gene.
KBBN title.
Just looked it out. Jack, you want to do me a favor?
Everything, just the way I
What's
want
up, Dave?
Would you want to go back and shut that transmitter door?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I forgot to ask what's at stake here. What's the winner get?
Bragging rights.
I'll take those.
I have my own ball that Gene gave me. It's a pink ball for some reason.
All right. Okay, I'll get behind the mic here.
It's really short. It was too tall for it, but it's really short. Well, I feel like I'm bending over quite a bit.
Wait, Dave. Being you're a senior, you can move forward.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. You're a real friend.
All right, here comes Dave Burney. And, just off to the right. Misread it just a little bit. So are you going to take a note? Was that a practice?
No,
Or,
I don't know how you guys are doing
okay.
this.
So right now, I guess the winner's Tina. Are we done? Has Gene went? Yeah, Gene went. You went, right, Gene?
Did you go, Gene?
Okay. And Jeremy went.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jack,
wow.
hit the door.
So the champion's Tina.
Okay.
Wow.
Yay.
Congratulations, Tina Hurt.
Tina Hurt. Put on the Hurt.
All right. And for her prize, she's going to buy everybody else a coffee this morning. Congratulations. Wonderful.
Oh, before we get too far here, Christy, would you come over here for a moment? Are you catching this on the mic?
Yeah, we can hear you just fine, Dave.
Come in the doorway, you two.
Hold on.
There we go.
Will this work?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, there we go.
Christy, on behalf of KCNI KBBN, I'd like to congratulate you on your 10-year anniversary here at the studios and in the office, of course.
Thank you.
And we'd like at this time to present you with Gene's pink ball.
Yay.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Second in seniority now.
After
well,
Dave,
third.
right?
Third.
Yeah, after Dave.
No, after me.
No. You left.
But I came back.
Well,
Come on.
He's only been here 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Gino, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. And we'll do this again sometime. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was fun. And your fitting day is May 25th. Is that right, Gene?
Yes, May 25th, Saturday from 11 to 2.
11 to 2.
10 to 2.
10 to 2. All right. Sounds good. Thanks, Gene. And thank you, folks, for listening. We appreciate it. That's going to wrap it up for the breakfast show today. Enjoy the rest of your Monday, and we'll visit with you again tomorrow.